completely planning on doing the chemical science with the red circuits that we just made, engines, sodium hydroxide, and sulfur. But the main way of getting sodium hydroxide is from saline water, making chlorine and hydrogen, and unless I want to void the chlorine, we can't do that. The hydrogen we can burn off, but the chlorine for the moment we can't do anything with it. So we've got it sitting here. I've already got a tank of it sitting, it's right over here somewhere, right there, that's almost full. So what we're going to do for right now, I have plans for that chlorine, and we're still going to set that up, just not yet. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to set up 2 more of these, which we need to set up on this side because we're going to have them go on the opposite side of this belt, and they're going to take ammonia and carbon monoxide. And I may end up setting up a few more of them. You notice this one looks red and this one looks black, but they're the same thing. I wonder why. But anyways, that's what we're going to do for right now. And luckily they take something that will use our green. We're going to have to spread them apart, I think. Let me see. Well, I guess if I do this and this will be alright. Then we can just do this and run that wherever we're going to run it. I don't think it's going out that side. But anyways, it uses something that's going to use up our green algae over there, which we desperately need to get used up. And it's also going to use ammonia, which we already have set up. So this is probably going to be pretty easy to do. We may have to make another one of these ammonia setups over here. Right here it is. But we're going to see if this will work. We're just going to tap this off. I may even make a tank, like one of those inline tanks, to hold some of it. Alright, so we basically need to come across right here. So we'll just bring this up. Actually, I know I'm going to waste a bit of this, but bring it back one. And then we should be able to come right across like so. And that's going to be a pain in the butt. I should have figured that out before I did this. Alright, so we're going to do the ammonia. Have them come across right here. There we go. Now, if we connect that, that'll get our ammonia over here. And then we can connect it right like that. And we now have our ammonia in there. Now we need carbon monoxide. Now, the carbon monoxide we have a couple different ways of making. We can do just carbon and purified water, which will give us carbon monoxide, or we can do hydrogen and carbon dioxide, which will make purified water and carbon monoxide. But we have plenty of ways of making purified water now, so we're going to go with this one, and we're just going to set up carbon and purified water in liquefiers to make carbon monoxide. And luckily that will use up some of our carbon, which is all now being made by our green algae. And these are the ones making our carbon dioxide, and this is making our carbon. So we just need to get a carbon line ran down here. We need to make sure that it prioritizes. I think we can run it like right along here. Yeah, that should work. So we'll just put a splitter in there, prioritize that the output goes to the left. That way we always have some for our power over there. And then we can just run this right on down and get it right south of here. And then how are we going to input into this? We could do, if we run the line right like that, we can do, oh wait a minute, what am I thinking? I'm not thinking, obviously. Liquefiers, I do believe I have some. Yeah, I got 6 of them right here. So we'll just set these up over here. This needs to be carbon monoxide. So we're going to have to put purified water in, and the carbon monoxide will come out. We'll just run a belt right down through the center. And we can do that, like that. And we can take this, back one. I guess we really don't need that there. We can do that there. Run that through there, into there. And then we'll just run this over. We'll have this connect here. That connect there. Again, we'll connect it there. Run that over to there. And then that'll get all of that. And then we just need to connect up to this. And that'll feed it into those too. So now we just need to get this line ran into there. Give it a couple inserters here. Get a bit of power set up. And there we go. That should do it. And we're now making our blue science, which is slow as hell. So we're probably going to need to make quite a few more of these. Now, in case you didn't know, these things here are really expensive on power. So this is going to consume 4.13 megawatts max consumption. So I'm going to set up a few more of them, but that probably means once we get everything else in the factory up and going, we're definitely going to have to make more power. I'm going to go ahead and set up like 4 more of these. And I have a decent idea for getting more power. At least I think it's a decent idea. I feel it's a decent idea at least. Alright, so we can do that right there. And then it's just a matter of copying these all over. And we're going to have to put this pipe in like that. We'll have to do the same thing over here. That one's going to have to come out. I'll have to put that in there. And then that will go there, that will go there, that one to there, that one to there. And then we need to just connect up to the carbon monoxide here, which I'm going to simply just do this. Do I want to? No, not for that one, I don't. I'll just run them across there. And then over here. And then like that. Screw it. Alright, so now we just need to get one there, and they're all up and going. So now we're finally making our blue science. Slow as hell, but we're making it. So we're going to have to extend this out. And put these in here. There we go. There's our science. Put in a couple things for power. And this isn't going to be the fastest thing in the world, but it'll let us get some research done. Once this one here gets done, then the first one we want to work on is, where is that one I wanted to do? This one right here, blue algae. So with blue algae, we can put sulfuric wastewater directly into it with carbon dioxide, which we're already making the carbon dioxide. And sulfuric wastewater, we have so much of it right now that half of our factory isn't even running, unfortunately. But also, not only will that take care of our sulfuric wastewater issue, which will take care of our mineralized water issue, It also is used to make blue cellulose fiber, which we can break down into ammonia directly. So then we can use this to power this instead of having to use our nitrogen setup that we're using over here to make it, which luckily we're still burning off nitrogen, so that's not a big deal. And this isn't running that fast. Oh, sorry, that fast that it's an issue. So we're good, but it'll save us on some of it. I'm probably going to end up having to make like a really big bank of these at some point. I may even make, I may even put a few more of them in over here, or I just may make a bank of them down here. But I'm hoping to get the use for our chlorine, which I will go ahead and show you here what I'm looking at for the chlorine gas is we need it for titanium processing. So once we get to advanced titanium smelting and casting, which is in the blue, we just have to get through chemical refining and metallurgy, and then we can get into that. Then we can use our chlorine for that. And I want to get into this here, which will probably be the very next one I do after the blue algae, because this, it gives us the crystals, and the crystals will give us like 3 times the primary out of each one, and it will unlock the third. If we look at iron here, and we go into the red ones over here. So sapphirite crystals will give us 3 iron, and it'll then give us the 1 copper, the 1 silicon, and the 1 nickel that we're already getting. But then on top of it, we're also going to get the titanium. And so this is going to be really good to get into. Also, we were discussing doing the Pro-Galena to get more silver, which we need to do. Pro-Galena gives uranium on that last. So we definitely want to do that because it's going to give us extra for our silver, and it'll give us the uranium that we're going to need for uranium processing. So we can eventually get into reactors. But if we come all the way up here, you can see we now have blue science in our labs. And yes, we only have like 1 extra, so not a whole lot, but as I said, it will get it done, and that's what's important. I might actually start looking at making a few more labs as well. And I was also looking at, we go back to science for the red ones. We are currently doing basic transport belts and inserters. We also have the option of doing lamps and boilers, or we can do chlorine and carbon dioxide. This will get rid of our chlorine, and it'll get more green algae out of here. So I think we may set this up as well. And if I do that, I will probably change the... I'll probably set these here with that they won't output unless we don't have any. Like, I'll have the reds come in on this belt ahead, so these won't, they'll still be here, we can still make them. And we probably ought to look at the yellow and see what we can do for it, because it takes iron and copper, which is what we're doing right now. We could do wood and stone. We could do iron and lead, but we can also do oxygen and carbon dioxide. So yes, this is going to take a lot of power if we do it, but then we can kind of move these down there so we don't have to have this belt bringing everything up here too. So I'm going to think about exactly how I want to do that. And I think we may start setting up soon to put silicon into here. I think it actually goes in these. But I think we may start looking at that too. But I want to get the processing actually running decently again. Because right now, I think this first row is the only ones that really run. These are always just sitting here. Most of these as well, and these aren't even running at all over here. So I really got to get the processing stuff dealt with. But when we get those new ones, that means we got to move all of this, because we got to put all new things in, which I'm going to try this weekend. No guarantees, but I'm going to try this weekend to do a live stream and probably start clearing out as much of these biters down around through this area as I can, so we can expand out into this area. It'll just be basically me killing biters the whole time, so it's not like it's going to be anything you guys are going to miss out on if you can't join. There will be a video version of the stream, so if you want to watch it afterwards, that's fine. It'll be there, but like I said, it'll just be killing biters, and then we'll actually do the expansion later, because I need to get a huge area set up. I want to get everything in here moved to a new area so we can do the new stuff. I want to set up a whole new area for sorting and storing of the ores, and I want to make a better, more dedicated area for smelting, where they'll all be in one place instead of spread out as much as we've got here. And the nice thing about having those blue ones is we can also use them for getting the substations for our solar, which we probably have to put a lot more solar panels out now. Luckily, because not everything's running, we're only running at 50% at the moment. But I'm starting to think we might look into some of these generator things, just to see, because there's like this burner electric generator. We have burner generator. I don't know what any of these are. There's burner heat sources, so we might be able to do like what we would do for uranium, but do it with burners. I think we just need the turbines to send the heat into, if I remember correctly. Because we don't have those yet. But I want to look into some of the other things. I've always done boilers and solars, so I want to look into a few other things, and the nice thing is there's a fluid one for both of these, and we've got fuel up there we can burn, so might as well. Alright, so I'm going to hit that and get it started. It's luckily only going to take 50 to get it done, so it shouldn't be too awful long, and we'll have that taken care of. So I will look into what we're going to do for tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have a video tomorrow, or I may just take Friday off and prepare for the live stream. Give you guys a bit to catch up on videos. But I will probably be setting up the other science stuff tomorrow. But y'all have a good one. Hope you enjoy.